When you declare something as yours, the entire world shifts in response to that claim. The universe does not question the validity of what you say, it simply reflects it back to you. When you claim what you desire with conviction, you activate the unseen forces that begin to shape your reality. The world you live in is not separate from you. It is not something that exists outside of your influence or control. In fact, the world you experience, the circumstances, the events, the people, everything you encounter is a direct reflection of what you believe to be true within yourself. Your reality is a mirror, reflecting back the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions you hold internally. This is not some abstract philosophical idea, it is a fundamental law of existence. What you claim within, the thoughts you hold as true, shape your entire experience of life. If you walk through life believing that things are difficult, that success is hard to come by, or that love is elusive, then that is exactly what the world will show you. You will encounter obstacles, struggle to find success, and feel the absence of love. But it is important to understand that these are not merely random circumstances. They are not the result of chance or luck. They are the manifestation of what you have claimed internally. Your mind is the source of all creation. Every single thing in your life, whether it's your relationships, your career, your finances, your health, has its roots in what you believe about it. And these beliefs are not always conscious. Many of them are deep-seated, operating at a level below your conscious awareness, but they are always at work, shaping the reality you experience. When you begin to understand this, you gain an extraordinary power, the power to change your life by changing what you claim internally. Consider for a moment how often we look at the world and think that it is fixed. We see situations, people, and circumstances as if they are permanent, as if they are simply the way things are. But this is an illusion. The world is not fixed, it is fluid. It bends and shifts in response to your internal state. When you shift your thoughts, your beliefs, and your assumptions, the world shifts in response. This is not magic, it is the natural order of things. Your external world is a direct outpicturing of your internal reality. Think about the power of that for a moment. Everything you experience is being shaped by what you hold inside. If you believe that abundance is your natural state, that prosperity flows easily to you, that you are deserving of success, then your external world will reflect that belief. Opportunities will appear where before there were none. People will show up in your life to assist you in ways you could not have predicted. Doors that seemed closed will open, and the path ahead will become clear. But it all begins within. Now, when we talk about claiming something internally, we are not talking about wishful thinking or positive affirmations that are said without belief. We are talking about a deep inner knowing, a conviction that what you claim is not just possible, but already true. It is a state of certainty that does not waver, even when the external world has not yet caught up with it. The moment you claim something is true within yourself, the universe begins to move. It begins to align events, circumstances, and people in a way that mirrors what you have claimed. But here is where many people stumble. They look to the external world for confirmation of what they want to believe. They think, if I can see it, then I will believe it, but this is backward. The external world is only ever a reflection of what is happening inside. If you wait for the world to show you evidence before you believe something, you will never see that evidence. Instead, you must first believe it within. You must claim it internally, and then the world will reflect it back to you. The question then becomes, what are you claiming internally? What thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions are you holding on to that are shaping your reality? Take a moment to reflect on this. Are you claiming abundance, or are you claiming lack? Are you claiming health and vitality, or are you claiming illness and limitation? Are you claiming love and connection, or are you claiming loneliness and separation? Whatever you are claiming internally, whether consciously or unconsciously, is being reflected back to you in the external world. Let's go a bit deeper into how this process works. Your thoughts and beliefs are like seeds. When you plant a seed in the ground, you know that it will grow into a plant or a tree, but you don't see the results immediately. The seed takes time to germinate, to sprout, and to grow. In the same way, your internal claims are seeds planted in the soil of your mind. They may not produce immediate results in the external world, but with time they will grow and manifest in your reality. The key is to tend to these seeds carefully. Just as a gardener waters and nurtures the plants, you must nurture your internal claims with consistent focus and attention. You must guard against doubt, fear, and negative thinking, for these are like weeds that can choke the growth of your desired manifestations. If you plant a seed of abundance but continually water it with thoughts of lack and limitation, that seed will never grow. You must remain steadfast in your belief, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. And this is where the real work lies. It is not difficult to claim something internally when the world is already showing you evidence of it. But the challenge comes when you must claim it in the absence of that evidence. You must claim health when you are feeling ill. You must claim abundance when your bank account is low. You must claim love when you feel alone. This is the true test of your belief, and it is in these moments that the greatest growth occurs. It is also important to recognize that your claims are not just limited to the big things in life. They extend to every aspect of your daily experience. You are constantly claiming things, whether you realize it or not. When you wake up in the morning and think, "This is going to be a hard day," you are claiming that difficulty, and the world will reflect it back to you. When you think, "I never get what I want," you are claiming that lack, and the world will respond accordingly. This is why awareness is so crucial. You must become aware of the thoughts you are thinking and the beliefs you are holding, because they are shaping your reality in every moment. Once you become aware, you can begin to consciously choose what you claim. You can decide to claim ease instead of struggle, abundance instead of lack, joy instead of sorrow. And as you make these internal shifts, the external world will shift to match them. Now, you might be wondering, how do you go about changing the claims you've made? The first step is to recognize that you have the power to do so. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of your reality, and you can choose to create something new at any moment. The past does not define you. What you claimed yesterday does not have to be what you claim today. Every moment is a fresh opportunity to claim a new reality. To change your internal claims, begin by becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs. Pay attention to the story you are telling yourself about your life. Is it a story of limitation, struggle, and lack? Or is it a story of possibility, abundance, and joy? Once you are aware of the story, you can begin to rewrite it. You can consciously choose to claim something different. And as you do, your reality will begin to reflect that new claim. It is also helpful to engage in practices that support this process. Visualization is a powerful tool for claiming what you desire internally. When you visualize, you are rehearsing the reality you want to create. You are experiencing it in your mind as if it has already happened. This strengthens your internal claim and aligns your energy with the reality you want to see. Affirmations can also be helpful, but only if they are spoken with belief. Simply repeating words without conviction will not produce results. You must feel the truth of what you are claiming as you say it. Another important aspect of this process is to let go of the how it is not your job to figure out how your claim will manifest. Your job is to claim it internally and trust that the universe will respond. The how is not your concern. The universe has infinite ways of bringing your desires to you, ways that you cannot possibly predict. When you try to control the outcome, you limit the possibilities. Instead, focus on the end result, on the feeling of already having what you desire, and allow the universe to handle the details. As you continue to claim what you desire internally, you will begin to see changes in your external reality. These changes may be subtle at first, but they will grow over time. And as they do, your belief will be strengthened, making it easier to claim even greater things. This is a process of expansion. The more you claim, the more you realize that there are no limits to what you can create. Your reality is a perfect reflection of what you claim internally. It is not separate from you. It is a mirror, showing you what you believe to be true. By changing your internal claims, you can change your external reality. This is the power you hold. Use it wisely, and watch as your world transforms in response. To claim with conviction means more than just casually hoping or wishing for something to happen. It is a deep, unwavering certainty, a belief so strong that it transcends doubt and fear. Conviction is the very essence of creation because it activates the power of belief. When you claim something with true conviction, you are not merely expressing a desire, you are acknowledging that it already belongs to you. You are asserting your ownership over the reality you wish to experience, and in doing so, you set in motion the forces that will bring it into your life. Conviction is the energy that fuels manifestation. Without it, even the strongest intentions can fall flat, as they lack the driving force to bring them into reality. Think of conviction as a flame that burns brightly within you. When you truly believe in what you are claiming, that flame grows stronger, illuminating the path forward. It is the difference between saying, "I want this, and this is mine." The former is filled with uncertainty, while the latter is a statement of possession, a declaration of certainty that the universe cannot ignore. To claim with conviction, you must first cultivate a deep sense of belief. This belief must not waver, even in the face of opposing evidence. You must know, with every fiber of your being, that what you desire is not only possible but inevitable. Conviction demands that you hold fast to your vision, no matter what the external world may show you. The physical world may present delays, obstacles, or even complete absence of evidence, but none of this matters when your conviction is strong. It is this unwavering belief that causes reality to bend in your favor. Consider for a moment the power of conviction in everyday life. People who achieve great things, whether in business, art, sports, or any other field, do so because they possess an unshakable belief in their ability to succeed. They claim their success long before the world acknowledges it. They move forward with the certainty that their dreams will be realized, even when others doubt them. This inner conviction fuels their actions and attracts the circumstances and opportunities that bring their vision to life. Now imagine applying this same level of conviction to your own desires. When you claim something with conviction, you are no longer asking for it or waiting for it to happen. You are declaring that it is already yours. You are aligning yourself with the reality you want to experience, and in doing so, you begin to attract it into your life. The universe responds to conviction because conviction is a form of faith. It is a deep, inner knowing that what you claim will come to pass. But how do you develop this level of conviction? It begins with your thoughts. Conviction starts in the mind with the thoughts you consistently think about your desires. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, hesitation, or fear, your conviction will be weak, and so too will be your results. On the other hand, if your thoughts are aligned with certainty, if you truly believe that what you desire is already yours, then your conviction will be strong. Your mind is the engine that drives your reality, and conviction is the fuel that powers that engine. The process of developing conviction requires you to be diligent in monitoring your thoughts. You must become aware of any negative or limiting beliefs that undermine your conviction and replace them with thoughts that support your desires. This is not a one-time process, but an ongoing practice. Every time you catch yourself doubting, you must redirect your thoughts toward certainty. You must continually reaffirm to yourself that what you desire is already on its way to you. Visualization is a powerful tool for strengthening conviction. When you visualize your desired outcome as if it has already happened, you are reinforcing your belief in its reality. You are training your mind to accept this new reality as fact. And the more you do this, the stronger your conviction becomes. The key to effective visualization is to engage not just your mind, but also your emotions. You must feel the joy, excitement, and gratitude that you would feel if your desire were already fulfilled. This emotional engagement deepens your conviction and accelerates the manifestation process. Another important aspect of claiming with conviction is your language. The words you use have a profound impact on your level of conviction. When you speak about your desires, speak with authority and certainty. Avoid language that expresses doubt or hesitation. Instead of saying, "I hope this happens," say, this is happening, instead of saying, I want this, say, this is mine. Your words have power. And when they are infused with conviction, they become a creative force in the world. In addition to your thoughts and words, your actions must also reflect your conviction. When you truly believe that something is yours, you begin to act as if it is already a reality. You make decisions from a place of certainty, and this certainty influences the actions you take. You are no longer acting from a place of fear or scarcity, but from a place of abundance and confidence. These actions, in turn, reinforce your belief and accelerate the process of manifestation. It is important to understand that conviction is not about force or effort. It is not about trying harder or pushing through obstacles with sheer willpower. True conviction comes from a place of inner knowing, a calm and confident belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. When you claim something with conviction, there is no need for struggle or strain. You are simply aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe, trusting that it will deliver what you have claimed. At times, this process may require patience. When you claim something with conviction, you may not see immediate results. But this does not mean that your claim is not being fulfilled. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your desires may take time to manifest in the physical world. The key is to remain steadfast in your conviction, even in the absence of visible evidence. Trust that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. Doubt is the enemy of conviction. When you allow doubt to enter your mind, it weakens your belief and slows the manifestation process. Doubt creates resistance, and this resistance prevents your desires from flowing into your life. This is why it is so important to guard against doubt and maintain a strong sense of conviction. Every time doubt arises, remind yourself of the power of your belief. Remind yourself that you are the creator of your reality, and that what you claim with conviction must come to pass. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen conviction is to look for evidence of your desires manifesting in small ways. When you claim something with conviction, the universe will often begin by delivering small signs or synchronicities that point to the fulfillment of your desire. These signs are like breadcrumbs leading you toward your ultimate goal. Pay attention to these signs and allow them to reinforce your belief. The more you acknowledge the small manifestations, the more you strengthen your conviction, and the larger manifestations will follow. It is also helpful to surround yourself with people and environments that support your conviction. The energy of those around you can influence your belief, so it is important to be mindful of the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and support your goals. Avoid those who doubt or undermine your desires, as their energy can weaken your conviction. Create an environment that reflects the reality you are claiming. If you are claiming abundance, for example, surround yourself with symbols of wealth and prosperity. These external cues will help reinforce your internal belief. In addition to external support, you must also cultivate inner support through self-care and self-love. When you take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually, you strengthen your ability to maintain conviction. Self-doubt often arises from a lack of self-worth, so it is important to build a strong sense of self-worth through practices that nourish your mind, body, and soul. When you believe in your own worth, it becomes easier to believe in the worthiness of your desires. Remember that conviction is a practice. It is not something that happens overnight, but something that you build over time. The more you practice claiming with conviction, the stronger your belief becomes, and the easier it becomes to manifest your desires. Each time you successfully manifest something, no matter how small, your conviction grows, and this growth creates a positive feedback loop that accelerates the process. Claiming with conviction is not just about manifesting individual desires, it is about transforming your entire approach to life. When you live with conviction, you move through the world with confidence, knowing that you have the power to create your own reality. You are no longer a passive observer of life, waiting for things to happen to you. Instead, you are an active creator, shaping your reality through the power of your belief. One of the most powerful principles in manifesting your desires is focusing on the feeling of already having what you want. This goes beyond merely thinking about your desires or visualizing them. It requires you to engage your emotions at a deep level. When you focus on the feeling of already having what you want, you are aligning yourself energetically with your desired outcome. This alignment is crucial because it is your feelings, not just your thoughts, that communicate directly with the creative force of the universe. The feeling is the secret to manifesting because emotions carry a vibrational frequency. The universe responds not to what you want, but to what you feel or feeling. If you feel lack, fear, or doubt, you will attract more experiences that match those feelings. But if you feel abundance, joy, and gratitude, you will attract more of that into your life. The key, therefore, is to cultivate the feeling of already having what you desire, even if it has not yet manifested in your physical reality. To truly focus on the feeling of already having it, you must immerse yourself in the experience of fulfillment. This means imagining, with as much detail as possible, what it would feel like if your desire were already a reality. How would you feel if you had the job of your dreams? How would you feel if you were in the relationship you've always wanted? How would you feel if you had the financial freedom you seek? These are not just idle questions, they are the gateway to creating the emotional state that will bring your desires into being. As you focus on the feeling of having it, try to engage all your senses. What would you see around you if your desire were fulfilled? What would you hear? What would you touch? What sense would fill the air? The more vivid and sensory-rich your imagination, the stronger the emotional connection you will create with your desired reality. This sensory immersion helps you anchor the feeling of already having it in the present moment, making it more real to your subconscious mind. In the beginning, it might feel strange or even difficult to focus on the feeling of having something that hasn't yet shown up in your life. This is because your mind is conditioned to focus on what is rather than what could be. But with practice, you can train your mind to shift its focus from the absence of your desire to the presence of it. Start by dedicating time each day to deliberately enter into the feeling of already having what you want. This can be during meditation, visualization, or simply throughout the day as you go about your routine. The beauty of focusing on the feeling of already having it is that it allows you to bypass the need for external evidence. You no longer need to wait for something to show up in your physical reality to feel good about it. You can generate the feeling of fulfillment and joy now, in this very moment, regardless of your current circumstances. This is a powerful shift because it puts you in control of your emotions rather than being at the mercy of what is happening around you. Another crucial aspect of this practice is to feel the emotions as if they are happening now, not in some distant future. The subconscious mind operates in the present tense, so when you focus on the feeling of already having it, you must do so as though it is happening right now. This immediacy helps to bridge the gap between your current reality and the one you desire, pulling your desired outcome into the present moment. It is important to note that focusing on the feeling of already having it is not about forcing yourself to feel happy or pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. Instead, it's about deliberately choosing to shift your emotional state into one that is aligned with what you want. You are choosing to feel the joy, peace, or excitement that comes with the fulfillment of your desire, even if external circumstances don't yet reflect that. As you continue to focus on the feeling of already having it, you will notice subtle shifts in your reality. These shifts may start small: a chance encounter, a new opportunity, a burst of inspiration, but they are signs that your inner state is beginning to influence your outer world. The more consistently you focus on the feeling of already having it, the more momentum you will build, and the faster your desired reality will manifest. One of the greatest challenges in focusing on the feeling of already having it is maintaining that feeling in the face of apparent lack or delay. It's easy to feel abundant when everything is going your way, but what about when things seem to be falling apart? This is where the real work begins. You must train yourself to focus on the feeling of already having it, even when external circumstances seem to contradict your desires. This requires faith, persistence, and a deep understanding that your emotions create your reality, not the other way around. Whenever you catch yourself slipping into feelings of doubt, fear, or frustration, gently bring your focus back to the feeling of already having it. Remind yourself that the outer world is just a reflection of your inner state, and that by changing how you feel, you are changing what you attract. This is not about ignoring or suppressing negative emotions, but about consciously choosing to focus on what you want to feel, rather than what you don't want. One way to maintain the feeling of already having it is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational emotions you can experience, and it is a powerful way to align yourself with your desires. When you feel grateful for something, you are affirming that it already exists in your life, even if it hasn't yet appeared in the physical world. By practicing gratitude for your desires as if they have already been fulfilled, you strengthen your emotional connection to them and accelerate their manifestation. Focusing on the feeling of already having it is the key to aligning yourself with your desired reality. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from wanting to having, and from fear to faith. By immersing yourself in the emotions of fulfillment, you create a powerful energetic signal that draws your desires to you. The more you practice this, the more natural it will become, until eventually the feeling of already having it becomes your default state of being. At the core of how we experience life is the powerful truth that the world we see around us adjusts according to the assumptions we hold about it. Every day, whether we are conscious of it or not, we operate under a set of beliefs and assumptions that shape the circumstances we encounter. These assumptions are more than mere thoughts. They are deeply ingrained convictions that influence the very fabric of our reality. As we move through life, the world reflects back to us the assumptions we carry, showing us the tangible manifestations of our inner beliefs. When we talk about assumptions, we are referring to the deeply held ideas that we accept as true, whether or not we have direct evidence of them. These assumptions can be about ourselves, other people, situations, or even life as a whole. Often they reside in our subconscious mind, quietly shaping the way we interpret events, the choices we make, and the opportunities we attract. If you assume that life is difficult, you will find challenges everywhere you turn. If you assume that life is abundant, you will begin to notice opportunities and blessings even in the smallest of moments. The relationship between assumptions and reality can be compared to a mirror. Just as a mirror reflects the image of whatever stands before it, the world reflects the assumptions you hold within. This means that if you want to change what you see in the world around you, you must first change the assumptions you carry inside. The outer world is not the cause of your experience. It is the effect. The cause always lies within, in the beliefs and assumptions that you project onto the world. One of the most profound aspects of this truth is that the world is neutral, without inherent meaning or intention. It does not act independently of your assumptions, it merely responds to them. This is why two people can experience the same event in entirely different ways. One person, assuming that life is full of opportunities, may see a challenge as an exciting opportunity for growth. Another person, assuming that life is unfair, may interpret the same challenge as yet another obstacle designed to hold them back. In each case, the world responds in accordance with the assumptions being held. It's important to recognize that assumptions are not fixed, they can be changed. And when they change, the world around you adjusts accordingly. If you want to experience a new reality, one of joy, abundance, success, or love, the first step is to examine the assumptions you are currently holding. Are they aligned with the reality you wish to experience, or are they rooted in fear, doubt, or limitation? Often we carry assumptions that are so familiar, we don't even realize they are shaping our lives. These could be assumptions passed down from family, society, or past experiences, but they don't have to define your future. To shift your assumptions, and in turn, shift your world, you must begin by consciously choosing new beliefs that are aligned with the reality you desire. This is not about pretending or forcing yourself to believe something that feels untrue, but rather about nurturing the possibility that a new reality can exist. As you hold new assumptions with consistency and conviction, the world will start to respond to them. The outer conditions of your life will adjust to reflect your inner state, just as naturally as a river follows its course. This principle of the world adjusting to your assumptions extends to every area of life: relationships, career, health, finances, and personal growth. For example, if you assume that you are worthy of love and respect, you will naturally attract people and circumstances that reflect that assumption. On the other hand, if you assume that you are not good enough, or that love is hard to find, you will unconsciously attract situations that validate those beliefs. It is not the world that is making love difficult, it is the assumption you hold that it is difficult, which the world is mirroring back to you. In the realm of career and success, assumptions play a similarly powerful role. If you assume that success comes easily to you, you will begin to notice opportunities that align with that belief. You may find yourself meeting the right people, being in the right place at the right time, or experiencing an increase in confidence that propels you forward. However, if you assume that success requires struggle, or that there are too many obstacles in your way, you will see evidence of those obstacles at every turn. The world is simply responding to your assumption and adjusting to fit the belief you hold. The challenge for many people is that they hold conflicting assumptions. On the surface, they may say they want success, love, or abundance, but deep down, their assumptions are rooted in fear, doubt, or unworthiness. These deeper assumptions are the ones that the world responds to because they are the ones that carry the most emotional weight. If you find that your outer reality does not match your desires, it is an invitation to look inward and examine the assumptions that may be in conflict with what you truly want. It is also important to understand that the world does not respond to one-off thoughts or fleeting desires. Assumptions are formed through repeated thought and feeling. To change your reality, you must consistently align your assumptions with the reality you wish to experience. This requires focus, patience, and persistence. As you continually hold the assumption that life is working in your favor, that abundance flows easily to you, or that you are deserving of love and success, the world will gradually adjust to reflect those assumptions. This process is not magic, but it can feel magical when you begin to witness the tangible shifts in your life. The world is always adjusting, always rearranging itself to reflect the assumptions you hold. It may not happen overnight, but with faith and dedication, the outer conditions of your life will change to match your inner beliefs. Whether you realize it or not, you are always shaping your world through your assumptions. Doubt is one of the most significant obstacles that can stand in the way of manifesting your desires. It is a subtle yet powerful force that undermines the very foundation of belief and intention. When you doubt, you are essentially placing limitations on what is possible for you, sending mixed signals to the universe about what you truly want. This creates resistance, slowing or completely halting the manifestation process. At its core, manifestation is about aligning your inner state with the reality you wish to experience. This involves belief, conviction, and a clear sense of knowing that what you desire is not only possible, but already on its way to you. Doubt, however, introduces uncertainty into that process. It weakens the connection between your intention and the outcome, causing a disconnect between what you are asking for and what you are energetically allowing into your life. Doubt often arises because of past experiences, societal conditioning, or deep-seated fears of failure. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that we need to see something in order to believe it. This mindset makes it difficult to fully trust in the unseen forces that govern the manifestation process. When you entertain doubt, you shift your focus from the possibility of success to the possibility of failure, which in turn manifests more failure. The universe responds not to your desires alone, but to the energy you hold around those desires, and doubt is a powerful signal of resistance. One of the ways doubt blocks manifestation is by distorting your thoughts and emotions. When you doubt, your mind becomes filled with negative what-ifs and scenarios where things don't work out. Instead of envisioning the successful realization of your desires, you start to imagine all the ways in which it could go wrong. This shifts your emotional state from one of excitement and anticipation to one of fear, anxiety, or disappointment. Since your emotions play a key role in attracting your desired reality, these negative feelings create a vibration that repels what you want instead of drawing it toward you. Doubt also diminishes the strength of your belief. Manifestation requires you to hold a strong, unwavering belief in the possibility and inevitability of your desires. But when doubt creeps in, it dilutes that belief. Even if you are consciously trying to stay positive and focus on what you want, the doubt that lingers in the background weakens your overall conviction. This wavering belief is picked up by your subconscious mind, which then creates mixed results in your outer reality. The clearer and more certain you are in your belief, the more smoothly and quickly your manifestations can unfold. Another way doubt blocks manifestation is by triggering inaction. When you are doubtful, you may hesitate to take inspired action toward your goals. You might second-guess your decisions or avoid opportunities because you are not sure if they will lead to success. This hesitation sends a message to the universe that you are not fully committed to your desire, causing delays in the manifestation process. Action is an essential part of manifesting, as it demonstrates your faith in your ability to create your desired reality. When doubt holds you back from taking action, it stalls the momentum of your manifestation. Doubt can also block manifestation by causing you to seek validation from external sources. When you doubt yourself or the manifestation process, you may look to others for reassurance or proof that what you want is possible. This can lead to a reliance on external validation, which further distances you from your own inner power. True manifestation comes from within, from a deep belief in your own creative abilities. When you depend on others to affirm your desires, you weaken your connection to your own intuition and inner knowing. One of the most insidious aspects of doubt is that it often operates on a subconscious level. You may consciously say that you believe in your manifestation, but if there is any underlying doubt, it will still affect the outcome. This is why it is so important to become aware of your thoughts and feelings throughout the manifestation process. Pay attention to any lingering fears, worries, or uncertainties that might be lurking beneath the surface. These hidden doubts can sabotage your efforts, even if you are doing everything else right in terms of visualization, affirmations, or positive thinking. To overcome doubt and remove the blocks it creates, you must actively cultivate faith and trust in the manifestation process. This involves not only believing in the possibility of your desires, but also believing in your own worthiness to receive them. Doubt often stems from a lack of self-belief, thinking that you are not deserving of what you want, or that you are not capable of creating it. By strengthening your sense of self-worth and confidence, you can begin to dissolve doubt and align more fully with your desired outcome. One powerful way to overcome doubt is by shifting your focus away from the how and when of manifestation. Doubt often arises when we become overly concerned with the logistics of how something will happen, or the timing of its arrival. These are the areas where we tend to feel the most uncertainty, because they are outside of our direct control. Instead of fixating on how and when, focus on the feeling of already having what you desire. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring your desires to you, and that it is working in your favor, even if you cannot see the evidence just yet. Another way to combat doubt is to consistently affirm your belief in the possibility of your desires. Use positive affirmations that reinforce your faith and trust in the process. Remind yourself daily that your desires are not only possible, but already on their way to you. By feeding your mind with empowering thoughts, you can begin to rewire your subconscious mind and replace doubt with certainty. Practice patience. Doubt often arises when things do not happen as quickly as we would like them. Remember that manifestation is not always an instant process, and delays do not mean that your desires will never come. Trust in divine timing and know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. By staying patient and keeping your focus on your end goal, you can avoid the trap of doubt and allow your manifestations to flow freely. The relationship between your identity and what you claim in life is inseparable. The way you see yourself, the beliefs you hold about who you are, directly influences the things you pursue, the actions you take, and ultimately the results you manifest. Your identity serves as the foundation from which your claims about life arise. Whether you realize it or not, the assumptions you make about yourself dictate what you believe you are capable of achieving and what you think you deserve. Therefore, if you want to change the nature of your claims and your reality, it all begins with your identity. Identity is the deeply ingrained perception of who you are. It's not just your name or the roles you play in life, it's the collection of beliefs, values, and self-concepts that form the lens through which you view the world. Identity is shaped by past experiences, upbringing, societal expectations, and personal narratives. It influences how you interact with the world, how you respond to challenges, and what you think is possible for you. If you see yourself as someone who is worthy, capable, and deserving of success, your claims will naturally align with those beliefs. You will claim abundance, love, and opportunity with confidence, knowing that these things are simply extensions of who you are. But if your identity is rooted in feelings of unworthiness, self-doubt, or limitation, you will unconsciously claim struggle, lack, and hardship. Your outer world will mirror back the identity you hold internally. One of the most significant ways in which identity shapes your claims is through the concept of self-concept. Your self-concept is the mental image you have of yourself. It's what you believe to be true about your abilities, your potential, and your worth. This self-concept acts as a filter through which you interpret everything in your life. For example, if you identify as someone who is confident and successful, you will claim opportunities that reflect that identity. You will be more willing to take risks, set ambitious goals, and pursue your desires because your identity supports those actions. On the other hand, if your self-concept is rooted in insecurity or feelings of inadequacy, your claims will reflect that as well. You may find yourself avoiding opportunities, shrinking back from challenges, or settling for less than you deserve. Even when presented with chances for growth or success, you might hesitate to claim them because they don't align with how you see yourself. Your identity, in this case, acts as a barrier to fully embracing and manifesting the life you want. The key to changing what you claim in life lies in transforming your identity. This doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not or adopting a false sense of self-confidence. Rather, it's about expanding your self-concept to include the version of you who is already capable of achieving your desires. When you shift your identity to align with the person who already has what you want, your claims naturally change. You no longer ask for things from a place of lack or desperation. Instead, you assert your desires from a place of knowing, from a deep belief that you are worthy and capable of manifesting them. One of the most powerful ways to shift your identity is through the practice of visualization. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse being the person you want to become. By regularly imagining yourself as the version of you who already possesses the qualities, traits, and circumstances you desire, you begin to reshape your self-concept. Your mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, so over time, this practice rewires your brain to accept your new identity as reality. As your identity shifts, so do your claims. You begin to claim success, abundance, and happiness with ease because they feel natural to the new version of you. You stop settling for less because your self-concept no longer aligns with scarcity or limitation. Instead, you confidently claim the life that resonates with your expanded sense of self. Another crucial aspect of identity is the beliefs you hold about what is possible for you. Often, people limit their claims because they don't believe they can achieve more than what their current identity allows. For instance, if you believe that you're someone who can only achieve a certain level of success or happiness, you will unconsciously place limits on what you claim for yourself. You might pursue opportunities, but only to the extent that they match your current belief system. Anything beyond that feels out of reach, not because it's impossible, but because your identity doesn't support it. To break through these self-imposed limitations, you must challenge the beliefs that are holding you back. Ask yourself why you believe certain things about yourself, and whether those beliefs are serving you. Often these limiting beliefs are remnants of past experiences or societal conditioning that no longer reflect who you are or who you want to become. By questioning and releasing these beliefs, you free yourself to claim more for your life. Another way to shift your identity is by surrounding yourself with people, environments, and experiences that align with the identity you want to embody. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your self-concept. If you surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you to grow, and support your vision, it becomes easier to claim the things that resonate with your desired identity. On the other hand, if your environment is filled with negativity or limitation, it can reinforce a self-concept that holds you back from claiming your true potential. It's essential to understand that identity is fluid. You are not bound to a fixed set of characteristics or limitations. Your identity can evolve as you grow learn, and expand your understanding of who you are, the more you allow yourself to step into new versions of yourself, the more you open up to claiming a life that reflects your highest potential. When you speak and act as if something is already done, you are aligning yourself with the reality of your desire, as if it is already manifested. This principle operates on the foundation of embodying the energy of having already received what you want, which accelerates the process of manifestation. The words you speak and the actions you take reflect your inner belief, and when those are aligned with the state of already having your desire, the external world begins to mirror that state back to you. Speaking as if your desire is already fulfilled shifts your internal dialogue and external communication into alignment with the outcome you wish to experience. It moves you away from the mindset of wanting or needing, where you are focused on the absence of your desire, and into a mindset of abundance and fulfillment. When you talk about your goals, desires, or dreams as if they are a done deal, you signal to both your subconscious mind and the universe that you are living in the reality where these things already exist. For example, if you are manifesting financial abundance, rather than saying, "I hope to be financially free," one day you would speak as if it is already a fact by saying, "I am financially free," speaking in the present tense. Like this creates a powerful psychological shift. It removes the sense of separation between you and your desire, collapsing the timeline between where you are and where you want to be. By affirming your desires as if they are already done, you begin to believe in the reality of their manifestation, which strengthens your focus and conviction. This practice of speaking as if it is done also impacts your energy. When you speak words that affirm your desires as already fulfilled, you generate the emotions and feelings that match the experience of having those desires. Words have a vibrational frequency, and the language you use plays a significant role in shaping your emotional state. When you speak from a place of certainty and confidence that your desires are already done, you feel more empowered, secure, and at ease. These emotions vibrate at a higher frequency, which aligns you with the manifestation of your desires. Acting as if it is done is equally powerful. Your actions are a direct reflection of your beliefs, and when you act in alignment with the reality of your desire already being fulfilled, you demonstrate a level of faith and trust in the manifestation process. Acting as if requires you to step into the version of yourself who already has what you want and to behave as that person would. It involves taking bold and inspired actions that reflect the belief that your desire is already yours. For instance, if you are manifesting a new career, acting as if might involve updating your wardrobe to reflect the professional image of the role you are stepping into. It could also involve networking with people in your desired industry, even before the job offer comes through. By acting as if the new career is already a part of your life, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive it and that you trust in its unfolding. Acting as if also means embodying the habits, routines, and mindset of the person who has already achieved the goal. If you are manifesting health and vitality, you would start adopting the lifestyle choices that align with that version of yourself. You might begin exercising regularly, eating nutritious foods, and prioritizing your well-being, even before the physical results show up. These actions reinforce your belief in the outcome and keep you energetically aligned with the reality of what you are manifesting. One of the key benefits of acting as if it is done is that it eliminates the need for desperation or attachment to the outcome. When you act as if your desire is already fulfilled, you no longer feel the urge to force or control the process. You are not chasing after your desire or trying to manipulate circumstances to make it happen, because in your mind it already has. This state of non-attachment creates a space for the universe to deliver your desire in the most effortless and unexpected way. When you speak and act as if it is done, you are also conditioning your subconscious mind to accept this new reality as your truth. The subconscious mind is highly receptive to repetition and consistency, so the more you speak and act in alignment with your desired outcome, the more your subconscious begins to internalize it as fact. Over time, this reprogramming dissolves any limiting beliefs or doubts that may have been blocking your manifestation, allowing you to move forward with greater confidence and certainty. Furthermore, when you speak and act as if your desire is already done, you create a feedback loop that reinforces your faith in the manifestation process. Each time you take action or speak words that affirm the reality of your desire, you feel more aligned with that reality, which in turn motivates you to continue speaking and acting in that way. This positive reinforcement builds momentum and strengthens your belief that your manifestation is inevitable. Another important aspect of acting as if it is done is the way it influences your interactions with others. When you embody the energy of already having your desire, people around you pick up on that energy and respond accordingly. They begin to treat you as the person who has already achieved the goal, which further reinforces your new identity. For example, if you are manifesting success in a business venture and you speak and act as if that success is already a reality, others will start to see you as successful and may offer you opportunities or connections that align with that success. Speaking and acting as if it is done also helps to eliminate doubt and fear. When you consistently speak and act from the perspective of already having what you want, you leave no room for uncertainty. Doubt and fear thrive in the space where you are unsure or hesitant about your desires. But when you confidently declare your desires as already manifested and take actions that align with that belief, you drown out the voice of doubt with the voice of certainty. By making this practice a daily habit, you condition your entire being, mind, body, and spirit to resonate with the frequency of your desires. You stop wishing or hoping for things to happen in the future and start living as though they are already part of your present reality. This shift in mindset and behavior is what brings your desires into physical form faster than you ever imagined. It is the bridge between intention and manifestation. Faith is the invisible force that lies at the core of any manifestation. It's the unwavering belief in the unseen, the conviction that what you desire is already on its way to you, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. Faith is what drives you to persist in the face of doubt, uncertainty, and external circumstances that seem to contradict your desired outcome. It is the fuel that keeps you aligned with your vision, ensuring that you stay the course until what you've imagined comes into being. When you set an intention or make a claim about something you want to manifest, you initiate the process of creation. But it's faith that keeps that process alive and active. Without faith, your manifestations lack the energy to come into form. Faith bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's the internal assurance that despite the current appearance of things, your desires are on their way and will unfold at the right time. Faith is more than just a passive belief. It's an active, living force. It's the conviction that your thoughts, feelings, and actions are shaping your reality, even when you can't yet see the results. This conviction shapes how you think, how you feel, and how you behave in every moment. When you have faith, you make decisions that are aligned with your desired reality, trusting that each step you take brings you closer to its fulfillment. Every action you take is imbued with the energy of expectation, which draws your manifestation closer. One of the reasons faith is so crucial to manifestation is that it allows you to maintain alignment with your desire, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. Life may present circumstances that seem contrary to what you're trying to manifest. Without faith, it's easy to get discouraged, to doubt whether your manifestation is really possible, or to give up altogether. But with faith, you hold fast to your vision. You understand that the appearance of delay or opposition doesn't mean that your manifestation isn't working. It simply means that the process is still unfolding. Faith operates in the unseen realm. It's the belief that there is a power greater than your physical senses that is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. You may not always know how or when your manifestation will occur, but faith reassures you that it is happening. This trust in the unseen is what allows you to let go of the need for immediate results. Instead of trying to force or control the outcome, you surrender to the process, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly in its own time. One of the hallmarks of faith is that it transcends logic and reason. Faith doesn't require evidence. It doesn't need proof or validation from the outside world. In fact, faith often requires you to believe in things that seem impossible or unlikely from a logical perspective. But it's precisely this ability to believe beyond what you can see that makes faith so powerful. Faith is what allows you to break free from the limitations of your current reality and step into a new possibility. When you have faith in your manifestation, you are no longer tied to the current conditions of your life. You understand that your external reality is malleable and it is shaped by your inner beliefs and assumptions. Faith allows you to detach from the present circumstances and focus instead on the reality you are creating. It gives you the freedom to dream bigger, to reach for more, and to claim what you truly want without being limited by what currently exists. Faith also strengthens your resolve. Manifestation requires persistence and consistency, especially when the journey to your desire involves challenges or delays. Faith gives you the strength to keep going, even when things seem difficult or uncertain. It acts as an anchor that holds you steady when external circumstances try to pull you off course. This unwavering belief in your desired outcome is what allows you to stay focused on your goal, no matter what obstacles arise along the way. Another important aspect of faith is that it opens you up to receive. When you have faith in your manifestation, you create a space of openness and receptivity within yourself. You're not blocking your desires with doubt, fear, or disbelief. Instead, you're fully open to the possibility that what you've asked for is on its way to you. This openness allows the universe to deliver your desire in the best and most unexpected ways. Faith removes the resistance that comes from trying to control or figure out how your manifestation will happen, and instead you allow yourself to be guided by the unfolding process. Faith also aligns your energy with your desired outcome. Manifestation is an energetic process, and your vibration must match the frequency of what you want to attract. When you have faith, your energy is aligned with the belief that your desire is already yours. This creates a magnetic pull that draws your manifestation toward you. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions all resonate with the reality of having your desire, which speeds up the process of its realization. It's important to understand that faith is not a one-time decision. It's a practice that must be cultivated daily. Every day, you must choose to believe in your manifestation, even when the external evidence suggests otherwise. You must reinforce your faith through positive affirmations, visualization, and aligning your actions with your desired reality. The more you practice faith, the stronger it becomes, and the more quickly your manifestations will begin to take shape. Faith is also contagious. The more you experience success in manifesting your desires, the easier it becomes to believe in the power of manifestation. Each time you witness your desires coming to life, your faith is strengthened and your belief in the process grows. This creates a positive feedback loop, where your faith fuels your manifestation, and your manifestation, in turn, strengthens your faith. Faith allows you to detach from the outcome. When you have faith, you're not obsessively checking for signs or doubting whether your manifestation is working. You trust that everything is happening in divine timing, and you release the need for control. This detachment is essential for allowing the universe to bring your desire to you in the most effortless way. When you let go of attachment, you allow the energy of your desire to flow freely toward you without the interference of doubt or fear. Imagination is the powerful force that shapes our reality. It is the first step in the creative process, the fertile ground from which all of our desires spring forth. Before anything can manifest in the physical world, it must first exist in the realm of imagination. This process underscores the profound truth that our external reality is a reflection of our inner landscape, and that what we choose to imagine directly influences what we ultimately experience. When we engage our imagination, we tap into a limitless source of potential. In this space, there are no constraints or limitations imposed by our current circumstances. We can envision any scenario, any outcome, and any reality we desire. This freedom to imagine allows us to break away from the conditioning of our past experiences and the expectations of the present moment. It enables us to explore new possibilities and create a vision that resonates with our true desires. Imagination acts as a blueprint for our future. Just as an architect drafts a design before constructing a building, we must first create a mental image of what we want before it can manifest in the physical world. This act of visualization is not merely daydreaming, it is a focused and intentional practice that allows us to see, feel, and experience our desires in the mind's eye. When we vividly imagine what we want, we begin to lay the rug for its manifestation. The power of imagination lies in its ability to evoke emotion. When we imagine our desires, we infuse them with feelings of joy, gratitude, excitement, and fulfillment. These emotions are not just fleeting sensations, they are the energetic vibrations that signal to the universe what we wish to attract into our lives. Emotions are powerful catalysts for manifestation, and when we feel deeply connected to our imagined reality, we enhance the likelihood of its materialization. To fully harness the power of imagination, we must approach it with intention and belief. It's essential to create a clear mental picture of what we desire and to immerse ourselves in that vision. This involves not only visualizing the end result, but also experiencing the process of achieving it. We should engage all our senses, imagining how it feels, sounds, smells, and looks to have what we desire. The more detailed and vivid our mental imagery, the more real it becomes to our subconscious mind, which in turn aligns our thoughts and actions with that reality. Our subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. This phenomenon is why athletes, performers, and successful individuals often use visualization techniques to enhance their performance. By imagining themselves succeeding, they program their subconscious to believe that success is attainable. This principle applies to anyone. When we imagine ourselves in a desired situation, we begin to act, think, and make decisions in alignment with that reality. Our behavior shifts to reflect our new belief system, further solidifying the pathway for manifestation. Imagination has the capacity to reshape our identity. When we consistently visualize ourselves as the person who has already achieved our desires, we begin to embody that identity. This transformation is crucial because our identity shapes our beliefs, habits, and overall approach to life. By imagining ourselves as already successful, happy, or fulfilled, we initiate a shift in our self-perception that allows us to attract corresponding experiences and opportunities. Imagination also empowers us to confront and transcend limitations. It provides a safe space to explore scenarios without fear of failure or judgment. When we allow ourselves to dream big and push past the boundaries of what we believe to be possible, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that exist in the universe. This creative exploration encourages us to step outside of our comfort zones and pursue aspirations that may have once seemed unattainable. However, it's important to acknowledge that while imagination is a powerful tool, it must be coupled with belief and action. Simply imagining our desires without taking steps toward their realization may not yield the results we seek. Faith in the process, combined with inspired action, creates a dynamic synergy that propels our manifestations forward. Our imagination ignites the initial spark, but it is through our actions that we bring that spark to life. Imagination is also essential for problem solving and innovation. It allows us to envision solutions to challenges we may face on our path to manifestation. Instead of getting bogged down by obstacles, we can use our imagination to reframe our perspective and explore alternative routes. This adaptability is crucial in the manifestation process, as it keeps us aligned with our desires, even when the journey becomes challenging. The act of imagining is a continuous process. As we evolve and grow, our desires and aspirations may shift. It's vital to regularly revisit and refine our imaginative visions, adjusting them as needed to align with our current goals. This fluidity ensures that we remain connected to our true selves, and that our manifestations reflect our authentic desires rather than outdated beliefs or societal expectations. Imagination precedes reality in every aspect of life. It is the fertile ground from which all desires grow, the blueprint that guides our actions, and the emotional force that fuels our manifestations. By engaging our imagination with intention, belief, and action, we unlock the door to limitless possibilities and create a reality that resonates with our deepest desires. The more vividly and consistently we imagine our desired outcomes, the more we align ourselves with their manifestation in the physical world. Thus, imagination is not just a creative endeavor, it is the essential first step in transforming our dreams into tangible realities. Gratitude is a transformative force, a powerful emotion that aligns us with the abundance of the universe. While we often express gratitude for the tangible aspects of our lives, what we can see, touch, and hold, true mastery of gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the unseen blessings and possibilities that surround us. This deeper understanding of gratitude not only enriches our experience of life, but also accelerates the response of the universe to our desires and intentions. The practice of gratitude begins with an acknowledgement of what is already present in our lives. However, the more profound expression of gratitude arises when we extend this appreciation to what we have yet to receive. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude for the unseen, we tap into a powerful creative force that activates the manifestation process. This act of gratitude signifies our belief in the existence of possibilities that have not yet materialized, affirming our faith in the universe's ability to respond to our desires. Gratitude for the unseen serves as a signal to the universe. It communicates our readiness to receive what we desire, even if we cannot yet see it in our current reality. This energetic alignment is crucial because the universe responds to our vibration. When we resonate with feelings of gratitude, we elevate our frequency and open ourselves to receiving the abundance that exists beyond our immediate perception. We shift from a mindset of lack or waiting to one of abundance and fulfillment. Moreover, gratitude for the unseen fosters the sense of trust in the process of manifestation. It allows us to surrender our attachment to specific outcomes or timelines. When we express gratitude for what we have yet to see, we cultivate a sense of patience and understanding that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. This release of control creates space for the universe to deliver our desires in the best and most harmonious way, free from the resistance that often arises from impatience or doubt. This approach transforms the way we view challenges and setbacks. Instead of perceiving obstacles as barriers to our desires, we begin to see them as integral parts of the journey. By expressing gratitude for the lessons and growth opportunities that arise from these experiences, we align ourselves with a higher perspective. We recognize that each challenge serves a purpose, guiding us toward our ultimate goals. This shift in perspective enhances our resilience and strengthens our belief in the process, allowing us to move forward with confidence. Practicing gratitude for the unseen also enhances our emotional state. When we focus on what we have yet to receive, we tap into feelings of excitement, anticipation, and joy. These elevated emotions serve as powerful attractors, drawing our desires closer to us. The more we engage with these positive feelings, the more we amplify our ability to manifest. Gratitude becomes a catalyst that accelerates the unfolding of our desires by aligning our emotional state with that of abundance and fulfillment. It's essential to incorporate specific practices that facilitate gratitude for the unseen into our daily lives. Journaling is a powerful tool in this regard. By dedicating time each day to write down what we are grateful for, including the things we have yet to receive, we solidify our intentions. This practice helps us articulate our desires and reinforces our belief in their eventual manifestation. Over time, this simple act transforms our mindset, allowing us to experience life through the lens of abundance. Visualization is another effective technique. When we visualize our desires, we can combine this practice with feelings of gratitude. Imagine receiving what you want as if it is already in your life, and feel the gratitude swelling within you. This combination of visualization and gratitude amplifies the energy we send out into the universe, reinforcing our commitment to our desires and enhancing our alignment with them. Surrounding ourselves with reminders of gratitude can also be transformative. Visual cues such as affirmations, quotes, or images that inspire feelings of appreciation can serve as daily reminders to focus on the unseen blessings in our lives. By cultivating an environment rich with gratitude, we continuously nourish our mindset, ensuring that we remain connected to the abundance that awaits us. The impact of gratitude for the unseen extends beyond our personal experiences. It has a ripple effect on our relationships and interactions with others. When we approach life with an attitude of gratitude, we become a source of positivity and inspiration for those around us. Our energy shifts, and we attract like-minded individuals who resonate with our elevated frequency. This collective energy creates a supportive community that fosters mutual growth and encourages one another to embrace the unseen possibilities that life has to offer. Gratitude for the unseen enhances our connection to the universe. It aligns us with the flow of life, reminding us that we are part of a larger tapestry of existence. By expressing appreciation for the abundance that is yet to come, we acknowledge the interconnectedness of all things. This awareness opens our hearts and minds to the infinite possibilities that surround us, allowing us to receive guidance and inspiration from the universe in unexpected ways. Gratitude for the unseen is an invitation to live in a state of possibility and wonder. It encourages us to expand our vision of what is achievable and reminds us that the universe is always responding to our energy and intentions. By practicing gratitude for what we have yet to receive, we actively participate in the creation of our desired reality. We align our thoughts, feelings, and actions with the energy of abundance, paving the way for our dreams to manifest in extraordinary ways. The practice of gratitude for the unseen accelerates the response of the universe to our desires. By embracing this deeper form of gratitude, we cultivate a mindset of abundance, trust, and possibility. This practice transforms our relationship with challenges, enhances our emotional state, and strengthens our connection to the universe. Ultimately, gratitude becomes the catalyst that propels us toward our desired outcomes, inviting us to experience the fullness of life that awaits us. In conclusion, the journey of manifestation is profoundly intertwined with the power of gratitude, especially when it extends to the unseen. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude for what we have yet to receive, we align ourselves with the abundance that the universe has to offer. This practice transforms our mindset, allowing us to embrace a reality filled with possibility and potential. Gratitude serves as a powerful magnet, drawing our desires closer while fostering trust in the process of manifestation. It empowers us to navigate challenges with resilience and positivity, reinforcing our belief that every experience contributes to our growth. As we visualize our dreams and articulate our intentions, gratitude amplifies our emotional state, creating an energetic resonance that aligns with our goals. As we continue to practice gratitude for the unseen, we open ourselves to receive in ways that exceed our expectations. This mindset not only enriches our personal experiences but also radiates positivity to those around us, fostering a supportive community that encourages collective growth and transformation. Remember, the universe is always responding to our energy, and by embracing gratitude, we activate the creative forces that shape our reality. As we move forward, let us remain committed to nurturing this profound practice, for it is through gratitude that we unlock the doors to our dreams and manifest a life that truly reflects our deepest desires. Together, let us claim the unseen, trusting in the journey ahead, and welcoming the abundance that awaits us.